Windows. Okay, hi, my name is Brian Dorsey, and I'm here. I'm a database guy and a Python developer, and I want to change the world. But first, I'm going to try to give 2 talks in 5 minutes. Okay, so the first talk is about an application I made called Noonhat, and I see a problem with our communications. This is data from the 2004 presidential election, and these are books people bought on Amazon and the other books they bought and the networks, and they're not talking to each other. We're not talking to each other at all. So I think the obvious solution to that is lunch. I think lunch is fantastic because it's right in the middle of the day, it's kind of a safe place. You get to meet new people, have a real conversation, and if it goes bad, time to go later. So I thought I'd try to make a way for people to have lunch together. So here it is. It's called noonhat.com, and you put your email address in there, pick a day you want to have lunch, drag the Slippy map around, and submit. And then on that date, you'll get an email saying whether it found other people to group you for lunch or not, and get to have lunch. What it's not is a dating site, because you don't know anything about the people you're going to have lunch with, so it's kind of hard to figure out, what your parameters are, unless you're really open, maybe. So I think lunch is the answer. But what's crazy is, so this is pretty small. It's like basically like a form post, like a little database, and hopefully at least 3 users, because it makes it better for lunch. But I think it's interesting how we can have complete ideas. It's a whole site that's really tiny, so you can have a complete idea that's on the web. And this is where I think we start to hit this amazing space we're in right now, just completely embarrassing how rich we all are in terms of the technical and social tools that are available for all of us to use just by putting a little effort out there. And so, on the technical side, basically it's all free software. You guys all know about how that works. Some really cheap shared hosting and this t-shirt. And okay, yeah, this fits some time on it too. But as far as the time goes, I spent a total of about 50 hours on the first version, and that includes learning Django. And so if you think about 50 hours out of your life, you could probably do a lot of things in 50 hours. And even if you're not a programmer, you probably know some programmers, or maybe you can give up an iPhone and pay some programmer. This was my first Django app. Actually, it was my first web app. It was really, really easy. The point being, we just got a slew of tools to make life easy. So take your small ideas, take your big ideas, make them small, and then make them real. And here's where the magic comes in. These are some people I know. And I'm thinking that all of you know some people. And you should talk to those people about your ideas. They'll help you figure out what's good and what's bad. And use all of those resources. Use the loose associations, and they will totally help make your ideas a reality. Absolutely talk to people, make things real. Okay, this is where we get into the second talk. So some folks in Seattle, there's this guy named Lion Kimbrough. And he wrote a blog post saying, I want to have a space like what my daughter has in her crazy elementary school where they talk to everybody and do all kinds of stuff. He wrote this blog post, and I got excited, emailed a whole bunch of people, and we started meeting once a week. And there's this, once you get a room full of people, you automatically just get answers. You just ask out loud, and they become real. So try it this weekend. Just wherever you are, just start asking questions, and people will jump on that and tell you the answers. It's amazing. So we want that all the time. We also want to be able to keep up with all of our friends, right? And so you guys have had the dinner where you go out to eat, and you spend like an hour desperately trying to catch up with everything that happened in the last month, and then you maybe talk for real for 20 minutes, and then you leave. And we want to kind of have ambient ways of keeping in touch with each other. So our idea is Saturday House, and it's open every Saturday. It goes from 11 a.m. until late. You can come when you can and stay as long as you like. You work on your projects and hang out. And so it started with a mailing list, and we started meeting in people's living rooms, and now we have a rented space in Seattle that's open. If you're ever in Seattle, come by on Saturday. We're there. So what I really want to say, though, is you guys should all make Saturday House wherever you are. And make it real, small thing, tell all your friends, email out and about, and make it happen. It's the most amazing thing we've ever done. And I swear that I still have 30 seconds. Yes. Okay. So take your big, crazy ideas and make them really small and really crazy and change the world. And really, that's it. Thank you very much.